So hi guys, I welcome you all on this storytelling thing. So today we are going to read a story named as Poor Liza. It is one of the best work of Russian sentimentalism literary trend. It was written in it was written by Karamzin, and this story revolves around a love. Uh, let's dive into it. So, as the story starts, this narrator named as Karamzin, he starts by describing, as usual, the scenery, the place where all these things happen. So basically, he starts describing the city life. That here is Moscow, and there's a tower named there's a tower, and when he comes over this tower, he sees the whole Moscow, the whole masses of house and people living there, and now it starts and after watching all this thing, after describing all this thing, he starts describing a monastery. And when he starts talking about the monastery, he gives some poetic lines like the old man is waiting for his health to be fine, and lots of the philosophical terms he use. But at the one time he starts speaking about Liza, the main character of our story. There is a girl named as Liza, and he comes before the grave of this girl, and with the sad feeling, he starts describing what it feels to be standing in front of the grave of this girl. Now he goes back in the time, and it all started from a family. So there was a family of one parents, one papa, one ma, and one daughter. Единственная дочка. So father died because of some particular problem, and now this girl named as poor Lisa, this girl named as Lisa, who is currently only 15 years of old, is her by mother. Now her mother is quite now. Let's imagine her ma is in tough time, and his father is dead, and now she is 15-year girl. And author describing about this girl as a hard-working girl. She is also working day and night. She is taking care of she pluck or she picks flowers or berries, and that she sells in the Moscow street. And at the same time, she is also managing her mother, because her mother could not thing. She is being the responsible daughter along with responsible housekeeper. So that is background of the story. Like now things is tough for Lisa and for her mother also, and author is describing it. And now one day when Lisa was going in the market in the Moscow to sell all the berries and flowers which she had picked to sell, she met a guy named as his name is Erastus. He is a nobleman. He is a master, uh, and Lisa is a peasant, a shepherd. So in market in Moscow they met, and at the first time when he asked, "Hey girl, where are you going?" and so in the market when she was selling her flowers and berries, this guy came. His name is Erastus, and he asked to this girl how much it cost. Then that girl said that it only cost or 5 kopecks. It's a like we have paise in the Indian rupee system, same like that in Russian ruble. It's kopecks. So she said it's only 5 kopecks. It's only for 5 kopecks. Then he said, "Hey, I want to give you 10 rubles, or I want to give you rubles. You may give me your whole flowers." Then she told that I can't take it, and I don't want it. Uh, but he said, "Okay, just give me it for 5 kopecks, and one thing you have to promise me, one thing you have to tell me, that from the next time onwards you'll be just giving the whole flowers to me. I'll be your regular buyer of all these flowers." Then okay, she agreed, and she she was a bit happy because now she got someone to take care of his flowers and all. So when she came back to her home and when she told this to her mother, she was quite happy, and it was so good period for her family. Then and when she went to the market with her all the berries, she this time she picked very good qualities of berries and roses or whatsoever flowers. And when she went to the market, she could not find that guy again, Erasmus. She was sad, and when she was coming back to her home, she was thinking that no one owns you, poor Lisa, and she was just having this thought in her mind. Then on the very next day, when she was just her, let me tell you the condition of her home. According to the narrator, according to the author Karamzin, he says that his her house is not. In her house, there is no door, there is no window, with no floor, because her condition is pathetic. Because she is the only girl who is earning now and taking care of her family. Then, when she was just staring outside of her window in the late evening, because last day that guy could not come for picking up the flowers, for buying flowers, and suddenly she saw a guy, the same guy, coming around her house, and she was a bit overjoyed. I don't know why. She was shocked. She could not control herself, and when she told her mother that the guy who bought my whole flowers now he's here, then she also felt good. Okay, then when everything was going good and this guy came in, then they all accustomed with this new man named as Erasmus. When they got to know each other, they enjoyed each other's company, and her mother started talking with him, and this guy listened everything attentively. Then she shared the information about her husband, how they met, and then they exchanged the conversation, few words about the life, and she told everything about how her husband died and how it's tough for her. Then it was going well, and that day that Erasmus again promised her mother that I'll be coming to your home for regular flower. I won't be able to. Don't send your daughter to the Moscow for selling this flower. I'll be coming your home. So that was a deal done between Erasmus and her mother. On the next day, now Liza is thinking constantly about this guy named as Erasmus, and in one morning she was sitting on the bank of this river, and she was just having thought that she was just lost in a thought, and suddenly she saw a shepherd coming, and sudden, and when she saw this shepherd coming with his goats and whatsoever, all those animals, she had this thought that the person whom I am thinking currently, what if he had born as a shepherd? He could have come to me, blown to me. I would say hello to him. She's just fantasizing that this could have happened, and lots of things. So suddenly she was just thinking, and she was just sitting. Suddenly a boat comes, and on that boat this guy named Erasmus comes. That time Lisa could not believe that the person whom she was thinking is now in front of her, and now Erasmus come closer to Lisa, and she could not control herself. Now they kissed, and and Erasmus said, "I love you" to Lisa, and Lisa also said, "I love you," but she also said that hey, she said, "Will you always love me?" And Erasmus said, "Always." "Could you swear on me?" This Lisa said to Erasmus, and he says, "Of course." And she says, "I believe on you, and he said that he please don't say anything about us to her mother because he wanted to tell to her mother what had happened with them on the bank of this river, but he said please don't tell to your mother. So this thing continued, and they also promised that from onwards they'll be meeting on a regular basis. So now they are meeting around this bank and one under the oak tree, and these people are just having a good time together. Okay, and one night this and now they started spending their time together. See, the story is quite deep. I guess I won't be able to tell each thing particularly, that key what happened there and what happened here. So if you're feeling that this story is a bit interesting, you should give it a try. You should give it a read. Then suddenly they started meeting again and again. Each day they are meeting. But one day, what happens? Uh, Liza, it's sad when she came to meet with Erasmus. She is sad because her mother is constantly telling her that please marry someone. I'm arranging a guy for you because I want to die watching you being a married woman of someone, and you leading a good life. So that was her mother's wish, and now she has arranged a guy from different village and uh, approached by this guy from the other village because her mother has arranged the marriage for her. Now she is sad, and Erasmus is also sad. They are in difficult phase, and at that time they were lying in each other's body, in each other's arms. Lisa speak that we can't marry because you are a master, and but at that time Erasmus said that I love you as a human, and something like that. After 2 days later, Erasmus comes for a final goodbye. Now this time Erasmus says to Lisa that in our country there's war going on, and I'm as a part of army I have to go. And at that time Lisa became pale. She was almost fainting. When she said that why can't you go? Why are you going? Then he says that if I don't go, then whole people will call me coward, and they will say that I have quit on my fatherland. Then Lisa says, okay, no problem. If God commands, just go wherever you want. Just go. It's okay. Said that please you may go now. And Asma says to Liza, please take care of yourself for me, for this friend. And they depart goodbyes. That is very poetic, which author has written. Then Liza sobbed, Erasmus wept, left her, she felt, knelt, raised her hand, and looked at Erasmus, who was going away till the last moment, until he disappeared. And now her whole life has been changed, and now she is not enjoying anything at all, not doing anything at all, and she has lost all sense of living. Now when she used to wake up with the birds, now everything seems totally bland to her. And once in a while she started thinking that why can't I go to my Erasmus, because he is my love. And if war is, then war is not a thing, and I'm not scared of war. I can be with him, and I can protect him with my own life, in fact. But suddenly she wants to go to Erasmus to meet him, but she can't go because she suddenly thinks that I have a mother. She is waiting in my home. At that time, the feeling is difficult because you also want to go to your lover, and at the same time you have a mother in the home. She, as the author writes, that she bowed her head down and became silent and went to her home, and things was tough for her. Now, after 2 months later, everything she is trying her hard to manage her feelings. Now, after 2 months later, she goes to Moscow for some reason, and suddenly she saw there is a vehicle. In that vehicle, there is a Erasmus sitting, and suddenly she becomes so overjoyed and uh, run towards Erasmus. And when the vehicle stops, she hugs him. From then Erasmus took her to his room. When the vehicle stops, Erasmus took Liza to his room, and there he tells to him that, hey Liza, things have been changed. Now I have to marry. I'm engaged to a lady, uh, and I'm living with her. At that time, he also give her 10 rupees, or sort of 10 kopecks, $10, and says to his guards that please escort this lady from our house. And at that time, our author Karamzin says that I don't have pain to write the feelings, to describe the feelings about the situation. Now Lisa comes out of the house as with guards, and now she finds herself fainted. Now she has fell on the ground, and she is not conscious at all. Then a poor lady comes and wakes her up. At that time, she stands and starts moving towards her home in the sad situation. And when there comes a breeze, and she starts thinking about lots of things, and things were hard for her. And suddenly she saw there is a girl, small girl, from she is a daughter of her neighbor's family. She calls her out, and she gives her all the monies and tell to her mother that it's money given by me, and I was cheated by a nobleman, and please forgive me. So that's what she says to this small girl, and threw herself in this breach. This small girl runs to the village for people, and when these people pulls out the Liza's body, she had already died. And when her mother got to know about that she has died, she could not face this news, and she also died. And that's how the stories ends basically. And also at the same time, Karamzin is beautifully narrating how the things are going with this man as Erasmus. After some years, when Erasmus got to know about the death of Liza, and when he is talking about the Karamzin about the story, he says that he did not let me read out the last line from Karamzin itself. Erasmus was unhappy until end of his life, and he could not console himself, and considered himself as a murderer. And 1 year later, he also died. And the story was told to Karamzin by this guy named Erasmus, the character of our story, Poor Liza, and he also showed Karamzin the grave of Liza. And the end, Karamzin writes, perhaps they have been reunited now, reconciled now. So that's how our story ends. That this was quite tragic story of sentimentalism, where Karamzin is beautifully able to showcase the inner feelings of both characters, and how they accepted, and how they felt, and how the a different class of love happened. And there is obviously there is a great lines there is a great line which is originated from this story, that even a shepherd can love, even a shepherd can love. Okay. So that's how our story ends. Thank you for watching it. Sorry for not able to speak properly because I just read and I'm just speaking in front of you all. I'll try to improve it in new video. Yeah, now exams are coming, but I'll try my best to. If I'd be reading anything, I'll be just coming here. So yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.